Hello everybody, I'm Zenith Rule, and welcome to Zenith Will Review, where I talk about games that I've played recently, and games that are a little bit too short for me to do a full retrospective on. Today I wanted to talk about a game that I've been thinking about for a while, and that I've been playing on and off for a couple months now. The game is called Entwined, and when I first saw the footage of it, I was a bit intrigued. It looked a little bit different from everything I'd seen at that point, and I really didn't know too much about it. After a while, I finally picked it up on PSN, and I have to say it's an interesting little beast with quite a few problems. This is a game that I'm frustrated at when I play it, and yet I can't seem to put it down, if that makes sense. Entwined is classified as a rhythm game, but I'm not sure it really fits that definition. Basically, you use the analog sticks to guide a bird and a fish through various obstacles. The left analog stick controls the fish, and the right analog stick controls the bird. You have to guide these two animals through these obstacles in time with the music. I guess that's where the rhythm element comes into play. But the thing is, you're not really creating the music, and you're not exactly moving in time with the music. The obstacles that you're going through sometimes form in a pattern that resembles what's going on in the music, but other times the patterns will stop for a couple of seconds to move on to a new sequence of patterns, and because it doesn't fully follow the music, a lot of this game is based on visual interpretation of the patterns. The basic idea I found when trying to figure out the controls of the game is to picture your thumbs as the fish and the bird respectively. You have to move your thumbs in that specific pattern when it shows up on screen, and sometimes that's very easy, and sometimes I feel like the game does not respond the way I want it to. Sometimes I know that I put in the exact input correctly. I moved my thumbs exactly as I was supposed to on screen, and yet it says I missed a note at some point. I'm not sure if this is just me, if this is just controller sensitivity issues. I adjusted the sensitivity of my controllers several times throughout my playthrough of this game, and yet I never really found one that fit, because it seems like a lot of times the patterns speed up and slow down, and if you're following in time with the music, that'll catch you off guard. If your controller sensitivity is turned too high, when things change up, then you're not going to hit the slower patterns if you're on higher sensitivity. You really have to adjust. I tried putting the sensitivity in the very middle of the bar on screen, and that seems to work best, but I still found problems with the game recognizing my inputs. The main story, if you could call it a story, of this game is about the bird and the fish wanting to come together, and after you complete a number of patterns and collect a lot of energy bubbles throughout the level, then you will eventually combine into one form known as the dragon. Once you complete the dragon, the level is completed, and you move on to the next level where you have to do it all over again. The main campaign of the game lasts 9 levels, or lifetimes as the game refers to it, and each time you are required to complete the dragon before you can move on to the next level. Now, if you wait a bit to entwine your characters together and gather enough orbs, you can create a different version of the dragon, which is the evolved dragon. It doesn't really do anything differently, but it looks a little bit cooler. Altogether, the story mode is okay, but it's not really my cup of tea. It's not really a story in any sense. You don't really get too much story or narrative from this game. You don't learn anything about these characters, you don't learn anything about why they're entwining together. I get that this was supposed to be a story told without words, a little bit like Journey, but the thing about Journey is it had the ambiance and it had the cinematography to make you understand what this world was all about. It told a story that didn't need any words to be told. In Entwined, there's no gameplay besides the rhythm element, and that doesn't tell you anything about what's going on in the game. So while I did have fun playing the story, I found it kind of problematic because I had no context for anything that was going on if this was supposed to be a story, and on the main title screen it's classified as a story. Entwined also contains a challenge mode where you have 3 lives and you are tasked to go as far as you can in each of 5 stages. The stages get progressively harder and harder as you try to progress, and trust me, this is not for the weak of heart. I am a seasoned veteran gamer. I have played many hard games in my lifetime, but I have never played a game quite as hard as this when it comes to challenge mode. And honestly, I think challenge mode is the only worthwhile part of this game. As fun as story mode is, challenge mode really puts your skills to the test, and it rewards you once you complete them. Now, again, the problems with sensitivity are still an issue in challenge mode, and the difficulty does not help factors there, but I was able to complete everything to 100% with enough practice and enough determination. I don't think Entwined will keep you playing it for a very long time, but it's worth a look, and I definitely recommend it for people who are into rhythm or music games. The soundtrack of the game is worth a look as well, because it's very haunting and very distant. It reminds me a lot of trance or psytrance music that I listen to in the electronic music scene. It has a very similar feel to that, and that's what kept me playing through when I was very frustrated at the controls. The soundtrack alone is worth a listen. Entwined may not be for everyone. In fact, I feel it's not for the majority of gamers out there, but I'm sure there's quite a few people who will enjoy this game. Give it a look and let me know what you think. In any case, I'm Zenith Rule, and I will see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching the Media Meltdown. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome videos. And if you like what you see, show your support on the Patreon page at patreon.com/Media Meltdown. See you all next time on the Media Meltdown.